forgot to unmute. Oh, heckin' heck, it's that time.
Hey-o.
What the heck?
Ooh-woo.
Oh, whoa.
Ooh.
Heckin' what?
Heckin'... Yuck.
Hi.
Beep beep.
Welcome to Corneria.
Welcome.
You've got mail.
Thank you.
Oh my god. That brings back trauma.
Welcome. You've got mail.
Because it
For
was
any
never at an appropriate volume. It was always like your computer started nice and softly, and then you've got mail.
No, I'm just part of that group who are just young enough that we had AOL accounts, but we also wandered into AOL chat rooms and learned a lot about the world very suddenly.
You don't feel awful until you have to explain what an AOL chat room is to a girl you're dating. That's when you feel awful.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you that story of dial-up, sweetie.
I used to pour out and see if I could eat an entire bowl of cereal before I connected. Usually I could.
We didn't have internet till I was like 14.
You ever been beaten over answering a phone? I have.
Who's on the damn phone?
I always thought it was movie magic and not realistic for people to be able to answer the phone in like their bedroom while someone was on the internet. I'm like, that's not real. But people just paid for 2 phone lines and we were poor, so I just didn't think that was an option.
Little did we know.
Fascinating. Archaeology on AOL.
I only knew really like Omegle.
Oh my god.
I wasn't really on the internet for many
Omegle
years.
is news too. Like honestly, it was before Omegle there was Stickum, if you guys remember what Stickum is.
I always said
Stickam.
Omegle.
That's what I always said too, but I wasn't sure if it was a southern thing like Omegle.
No,
Omegle.
I said Omegle as well.
Okay.
I think it's
West
Omega
Coast.
because it's based on Omega.
Oh.
Shut up.
It's Omegle.
You're agreeing
ain't
with
it?
me, but shut up.
But our DM just decides everything. So you know what? Screw it.
I'm Emoogle.
Rule of cool,
that's
bad
the new-
pronunciation is the new thing.
Make it as wrong as possible and be very confident about it. That's how I'll use my DM powers. My friends, thank you for coming in. Happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the week.
Hump
We're here.
day.
The day of hump is upon us.
Oof.
And we're here. And I'm so excited to be here.
You're very crumbly. Be careful.
And there's a lot of directions that this session could go. So I hope I'm prepared for most of them.
Yay, improv.
Woo!
Well, now this is an opportunity to flex that improv muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
I think I'm just gonna do the wildest thing I can think of, and then
I want some very specific like answers to lore right now.
Great. I'm prepared.
I have 3 specific magic items I want to buy.
Mhm.
Goggles of Night.
They're all homebrew. Goggles of Night. That's a reference to our home game where our lovely Tori tried for like three sessions to get Goggles of Night. They just
Oh,
were
she
not
got
in
'em.
there.
She got him from an old man that she just robbed.
My
I'm seeing
brain
a
erased
pattern.
that.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think they were there.
I wasn't there.
Yeah. That was
yeah.
the session you were out.
I'm glad that the lore has been corrected here. I was thinking that our lovely centaur friend Inora just never got their night vision goggles.
I got him at a price.
Got him. But you know what we got here? Feelings.
Feelings.
So
I hate them.
we're gonna flex. We're gonna make you feel them extra. We're gonna do bigger feelings.
Rage.
What do you
I'm
say?
gonna
Which
know your
ones?
feelings.
I am not prepared.
Horniness.
Well, I mean, we still have a golden mountain to climb.
Oh my god. Oh god.
But in the
The situation
meantime,
isn't
Zach is
that way.
meeting someone emotional from his past.
I know. I've got to get back into that mindset too. It's been a week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
have to.
I love that,
Remember
like,
the song.
While Zach is having this moment, May is just waiting there, like laying down, waiting for Quinn, staring at the ceiling.
I was gonna roll to see which one we do first.
We can do May,
So-
May and Quinn
Oh,
first.
no, we already did
May
that.
and Quinn.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I thought you were saying there was more that you were wanting.
I'm-
My apologies.
Nah.
Golden Mountain or
apologies.
Feelings Mountain. I was gonna roll for it to see which one we do first.
You could do Golden Mountain first if you want.
Well, we're gonna leave it up to
give-
the dice.
Leave it up to the dice. That's
Oh
good.
shit.
Dice are God. And speaking of God, I have things to say about last session. So, are y'all cool with a recap?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Any last orders of business?
Poop.
Can I
Happy
get an
to-
order of nachos?
Happy to be here.
I rebuke you in the name of God.
This place is not a place of honor. Last we left off, the group was once again faced with a decision. The same decision, in fact, to travel down the long, dark, and possibly narrow, or to head towards Nralbach, towards Fallon and the Scarlet Wolves, the criminal organization that had threatened Nikki's family. Oh shit, I'm gonna yank my own earbud out first, though. Everyone agreed to head to the tower in the woods to reinvestigate the source of May's discomfort there, and then to continue down the road towards Moralbach, much to Demetrius's displeasure. Once at the tower, May and Demetrius investigated what they quickly realized to be some kind of portal. May put her head through it and saw a land quite different from the one around the tower. A burning sun in the sky, and golden grass waving as far as the eye could see. It was far too hot to stay there for long, though, and Demetrius had an emotional exchange with Iris, where she volunteered to look through the gate, while Rocky doodled dicks on the sleeping faces of Quinn and Celine. At the end of the investigation, everyone agreed that the portal was interesting but far too dangerous to investigate now, and continued on the road. When the group reached Marlbach, Quinn asked a guard at the gate about Lieutenant Rhodaxis, and was told that she would likely be in her office at the city center. Or the courthouse, rather. Celine disguised herself as the group approached the guards so that they wouldn't recognize her, and that certainly isn't foreshadowing any future conflicts or secrets. The group stayed the night at the Fireside Newt, where Quinn ran into an old acquaintance in the form of Baco, an auburn-haired minotaur who runs the bar and had previously hired him for a night of music. And after some haggling, the party set about their respective missions. May and Quinn had a conversation about their parents' respective separations, with one giving much more vague answers than the other. I'll let you guess who. And Rocky set her sights on Baco, intending to try to spend the night with him. Demetrius, however, slipped out of the bar and wound his way back to the place where he used to live. And there, he heard and met an echo of his old life. So, Demetrius, high or low?
Hi, baby. Let's go high.
Let's go high. We go high.
Go high.
We return to Demetrius. Let me just pull up a different thingy.
Love different thingies.
We love some different thingies.
Ah, good. Trauma music. Great.
We love trauma music. It's simply our favorite. Some might say the best.
For girls.
So, Cassia, from where she has embraced you, she is just kind of trembling in your arms, her hands kind of gripping and ungripping your jacket. I'm gonna bring her up on the screen once more as well.
As she's kind of just trembling and kind of pawing at my coat, I'm just gonna, kind of bring her in even, tighter. Just be like, it's okay. I'm here. I'm glad you're alive.
I saw you. And on that, not a beach. That white land.
Yeah, there's a whole mess of stuff that's happened between, I guess, the last time.
She looks down at your leg and arm. Fucking clearly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you
it's,
survived that.
Well, truth be told, if it wasn't for the generosity and the kindness of a good Samaritan that came to my defense, I don't think I would have made it. Cassie, I was dead to rights.
We both were.
I should have been gone.
Did you ever find them? Those riders?
No. I don't know if they's part of some big outlaw contingency or they just some kind of ne'er-do-wells that I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But they run off, of course, before I could see anything much about them shy of that tabaxi. Hells, I don't know.
I was on one of the horses. They found me unconscious and must have tied me up or something.
God's above, you were there.
That's what I'm telling you.
Gods. Well, wait. Jeez.
I saw the whole thing. I didn't see who was shooting, but...
Gosh, how did you get here? What the hell's happened?
It's a long story.
I reckon it is, but
I'm gonna look. Is there any signs of physical trauma? Basically, any injuries or anything that would indicate?
Make a perception check,
Oh,
and you can do it with advantage.
Oh, sure, I'll do it with advantage. Oh, that's not that good. Still, that's an 11.
Sure. I mean, so she is heavily cloaked at the moment. Her hood is back. There is no visible scarring or sign of injury on her face. But you did feel when she had her arms around you, one of those hands felt maybe a little like yours.
I'm just gonna kind of gently pull her like away, kind of like stepping out of the embrace, and just take the hand that I felt similar to mine, and I'm just gonna kind of look at it, see.
Rather than skin, you see what looks like the bark of a tree with 4 fingers instead of 5. 1 thumb, 3 fingers around this one hand. And it doesn't look mechanical like yours. It looks much more like organic.
I'm just gonna kind of gently turn her hand over and say, well, now this one looks like a hell of a better get up than mine. Shit, mine got put together with scrap and shit from. How did you get? What is this?
She has this
Come on,
like big
Cassie.
toothy smile, even with these like tears in her eyes. The same goofy grin that you remember. Well, got a little bit of style out of it, I suppose, but it must have happened. Well, I was in and out of consciousness a lot, actually. I don't know if it happened before or after I washed up on that. I don't know where it was. That plane.
Yeah. There's some kind of land outside of a city called Zendaya. It's
Interesting.
not a place I'm very familiar with, but it's, to tell you the truth, it's just the worst kind of place.
Clearly.
I didn't think much could be worse than a desert, but a desert only salt and minerals, just nothing.
That was why my mouth was so damn dry.
I know. This God's above. I don't know why there's a city out there, but
Well, I never saw any city. I washed up, must have, and next thing I knew, I woke up, arms and, I mean, I was bound. If I had 2 arms, they were, I couldn't move. I was on the back of that horse. And as she's talking about it, she's getting a little more upset. I was on
I'm
the
just
back
gonna
of that
kind of
horse.
take her again and say, hey, it's okay if you. We don't have to talk about this now. This is, this we can. I'm just glad you're all right. You're alive, and hell's I'm alive, and that's more than a lot of our companions can say.
Her eyes at that kind of glance back towards the empty space where the house was. Yeah.
I just came back here to. I miss them,
Come here. She pulls you in, one hand on the back of your head.
I couldn't save them. I was gone, and I was.
Yeah.
If I could have been here, I could have maybe saved them.
A lot of things happened that weren't supposed to. Did you... I just got back into the city. But...
So, same here. We've only been here about a day now. I guess, yeah. There's a group of people I've started traveling with. You're welcome to come with us. You can meet them all. There's this little fella Quinn, and it's Celine. She's you may have seen her here and there, daughter of one of the admirals, but I've been taking care of them and Iris. Oh, God's above, Iris. So I'm gonna kind of like acknowledging, like snapping out of the just emotional, overwhelming moment. Cassia, when I was, when I thought I was dead, I was following through this place, this amazing place full of mirrors and windows into other places, and well, I saw something that was in need of saving, and I'm just going to kind of step away and turn and gesture to Iris and be like, Cassia, this is Iris. Switching over to Draconic, I'll then say, Iris, this is an old friend and sailor of mine, Cassia.
This whole time, Iris has almost like a shy kid, has been kind of like wrapped behind your legs. Not exactly, almost, well, yeah, like hiding a little bit.
Yeah, like again, like picking up a big, like 70-pound puppy. I'm just gonna hoist her up and just like bring her up, kind of placing her paws on mine and chest, and just kind of, we've been through a lot together.
Wow.
Yes.
You're a beautiful thing, aren't you? And she kind of reaches out, and Iris, like, with her nose kind of like leans out and sniffs her hand. I like her.
Yeah, I like her too. She's all right.
She starts licking Cassia's bark hand. This is really something special.
Yeah.
And this happened while you were
It's
while you were fallen, you said.
it was this place, Cassie. It was like when the wave it when that moon or whatever the hell's it was tore up the sky and fell and hit the water, that wave that hit us, it wasn't just water. It was like a going into a whole other place. I've never seen anything like it. I've heard tale of mages doing stuff with magic and making it seem like any number of different things, but this was, there was something to it, Cassie, and this was amazing. And hells, I even met a guy that's apparently from there, or at least was hanging out in there for a while.
I knew whatever happened, wherever you were, if you were in the afterlife or some other country or some other world, you weren't hurting for friends, Demetrius.
Well, I don't know about that. I didn't make too many friends with them red sash fellers. They seem pretty keen on messing, I guess, both of us up. But...
Yeah, I didn't stick around to find out. That night they camped somewhere. I don't know what their intentions were with me, but I ran. I just started running.
I'm glad you got out.
I don't know how, though. What you said about falling through world, it wasn't... I don't know what happened. I haven't talked to anyone about this. I was running through this wasteland, and then I blinked and damn near ran into a tree in the middle of the forest, somewhere completely different.
Forest, huh? Is it? I don't know. I can't explain that. I didn't see no trees out there, but
wherever I was running, I hit somewhere else. I blinked, and 1 second they were behind me, and the next it was just birds. I wound up in Elegy. That's where I've been all this time.
Elegy? Hells, that's on the other side of Terminus.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. But
I don't know.
I'm just glad I found you.
I'm glad I found you too. I was certain that there's no one else.
So I'm going to kind of look back over towards the empty spot again.
Do your friends know?
No. They got problems of their own. I don't want to burden them with this. We're already all suffering so much, throwing more burdens on them. They all got their own fights and their own sorrows. It ain't right and proper of me to send them some more.
I don't know how. I don't know these people, but I think you and I both know that at times like these, it's a gift to be able to give. But I'd love to meet them, and you know, of course,
yes.
You're always welcome at my mom's house.
Thank you, Cassie. Thank you. Yeah, we can go right on back and miss them. See them. They're good folk, and I think y'all get along just fine.
I'd love to meet them.
Yeah, if you don't mind, they're at the
Flaming Newt? Is it?
Flaming
Right, one flip.
the fireside newt.
Fireside
I
Newt.
think.
Fireside. They're at the Fireside Newt.
I'm going to turn back again. Just, I can't seem to
Mm.
draw my gaze away from the empty spot.
I'll be right behind you, okay? I'm just gonna
Yeah, you came here for a quiet moment.
go with Iris. They may not. I don't know. They're a bunch of assholes sometimes. They don't necessarily believe everything right and proper. So take Iris with you. She'll go lead you back, and they'll believe you with Iris there. So
Of course, they're assholes. They gotta keep up with you somehow.
Oh, I'm getting soft in my old age. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a charming delight.
She reaches up and ruffles your hair a little bit.
Just kind of let her just wrinkle my face.
Well, we'll be there whenever you're ready. And, hey, you know, whenever you want to talk about it, because anything can happen, and I thought for sure I saw you die, and
Yeah,
anything can
maybe I
happen.
did. Maybe I am dead. I'm just nothing more than a ghost walking around these parts.
Well, and this is a hell of a rest that we're getting.
Yeah, I suppose I best be moving on then, if that's the case.
Hey, assholes, come get this soul. In a second now?
Any second now. I'm just gonna give her a hug again and say, I'll see you in a minute, okay?
All right. I'll follow your friend.
As they turn and leave, don't want to take too much more time away.
Please, no. Take
But
it.
I'm going to just walk over to the empty spot and just kind of stand there for a second. I'm going to turn and look back. Is Cassie and Iris gone?
They've rounded the corner.
Demetrius immediately falls to his knees and weeps.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't save you all. I failed you all, and I love y'all so much.
He's just going to sit there and probably weep for another 5 or 10 minutes before taking a few breaths, trying to touch back into that sailor training, military training, turning it off, thinking about the mission to protect Iris, protect Celine, protect Quinn. He's going to stand up, turn back and go to the bar.
Wonderful. While this is happening, while Cassia and Iris are en route, Rocky, I believe you had a mission? Perhaps?
Oh, I was muted. I was
there
not
you go.
muted. My brain was muted.
You're good.
My mission with the whole Golden Mountain thing, I'm just flirting with the barback, you know, golden-haired minotaur. Like, that just sounds like a shining god to be worshipped, you know?
Sure, let me bring us back over.
Also, just to clarify, so your old shipmate is not your wife?
That would be correct. For
Okay.
clarification. You don't know? Yeah. You don't know.
Okay.
Ask me in character.
Is this something that you would like to roleplay, or would you like to leave it up to the dice?
Oh, I'll just leave it up to the dice.
All right. Just go ahead and roll a D100.
Oh, I didn't expect cowardice.
I would like to roll May out of bed and drag her downstairs. Joking. Okay, I'm gonna roll a D100 because
Beautiful.
I spelled roll wrong.
Wait, I thought Demetrius's wife was a tiefling.
That's charm. That's
No.
Baldur's wife.
No, Baldur's wife is a dragonborn.
No, she's
don't
not
know
dragon.
anything.
She's not a dragonborn. She's like a. You know how like the dragon sorcerer subclass works, where you start expressing draconic scales and things like that. But she's
Wait, is
humanoid.
that a real thing?
Yeah.
The dragon sorcerer subclass?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, because
You're like, I suddenly want to
Those
change.
claws.
no, it may have given me some missing information that because I'm new to D&D, I wouldn't have known. But now, like, there's some stuff on another campaign that would explain a lot of.
Revelation
Oh,
like a
no.
day later.
Well, no, they've been dropping hints the whole campaign, and I just don't know anything about D&D to know what the hints are alluding to, and I think that's what they are, because they just acquired like a dual class. They're a paladin and now also a sorcerer.
Oh, good multi-class.
So I'm like, wait a second, because they think that they're dragonborn, but the
they're
DM has
not.
been hinting that they don't smell dragonborn to me because I'm dragonborn. Okay, anyways.
Smells like little bitch.
Damn.
So, this is not quite like Minda's place, where the owner lives and works in the same building. However, Bako is very quickly taken with you, and the two of you enjoy a nice several hours in the cellar.
Yes.
And it's
With a lot of beer.
with so much beer.
Like, champagne showers except for with beer.
Oh yeah, and some of the nice mead.
Mm.
Champagne showers except with pee? Question?
We're trying to piss.
Piss!
All I can think of is that quote from the 10 Things I Hate About You, or like, what is up with this chick? She have beer flavored nipples or something?
Beer.
My
Yes,
God.
I do now.
Jesus.
10
Christ.
things I hate about you.
I do
Yep.
now.
So-
What is happening?
You have a
We're
lovely
spiraling.
evening.
Hmm.
Is there anything else you would like to do with your night?
I would like Grace to in detail describe sex with a minotaur.
Yep.
No,
I would
But
be
I-
triggered
Carpet
if you
matches the
didn't.
I would like to.
It's
I would
all
like to
drapes.
It's all
use
drapes.
this successful role to maybe imply and coerce and convince them that our party as a whole deserves discounts for the length of our stay on the cost of rooms.
A discount has already sort of been haggled. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
When you say party as a whole, are you the whole of our party?
Oh my god.
Well, I'm in a hole of
Lord.
something.
Mm-mm.
Maybe a hole in
Lord.
one?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna have a fucking conniption.
Yeah, can we check Twitch's user agreement or something real quick?
Terms of service, please.
Yeah.
It's okay as long as your channel set to mature, is it?
It is.
My channel's set to mature. Okay.
Rapidly going over. Yes.
Click, 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 click. Yeah.
I forgot what he charged you.
He like half priced it already, so I wanted
Yeah.
at least quarter price.
He
Lord.
I think it originally it was like 1 gold per person, and then Quinn gave
7 gold.
I made the deal.
Well,
that
that's-
I would pay half, and then he would make more than double the amount if I played.
which was accomplished.
Hmm.
He says, well, allow me to counter. You could stay for free.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you
That's
will.
well enough for me. I mean, does some of my stay for free include free company continuing? I'm
Yeah,
you
that
know.
could probably be arranged.
okay.
Wonderful.
Wink wonk.
Wink wonk, blink blonk. I
Wink.
guess, Celine and Baldir, is there anything that you would like to do this evening? Why did the music stop?
Oh, it's been gone for a while.
Nothing.
No,
I
I'm
was caught up
hiding.
in
We-
Minotaur's eyes.
You have such rich history with this city.
No.
No,
Thanks.
okay, then Bollier is going to chat it up with whoever's within friendly chatted up distance. Basically, my threat range.
Sure. Make a perception check, I suppose. Or insight, whichever you prefer.
Okay, let's see. I keep grabbing actual dice every time I do this. I'm like, nope, not this campaign. All right.
I mean, if grabbing the dice makes you feel better, you should probably still do it.
It does, very much so. All right, plus. What is it? You said insight or perception? They're both the same, so plus 2, so
yeah,
14.
Whichever. Yeah, sure. So, looking across the bar, there is actually a goblin gentleman that is seated at the table next to yours. And he is kind of like, as people are kind of passing by his table, he's like, "Hey, come on, sit a spell. What, you don't want to gamble with the old boring?"
Okay.
This name I definitely didn't just look up. Come on, have a seat.
Seeing the DM's incredible hard work and preparation here on this
Love
character, I'm going to ignore him.
Amazing.
This is Zorth of this campaign.
On a side note, kind of related, this past weekend, Chris was like jokingly, like he started his new job and was like, "Oh, I goofed it. I made a goof and I put my name down as Crickifer on my application.
My direct deposit paperwork.
and now they call me Crickifer, and I'm like, can that be Toko's dum cousin, Crickifer? Where he's oh, Crickifer!
Can I actively, in this moment, steal that and name this NPC Crickifer?
Yes.
Do I have your consent?
Yeah,
Please.
Who wants to gamble with the old Crickifer?
All right. On that note, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Crickifer, you say? No. What are we gambling, my friend?
Hey
What are
there,
the
friend, sit a
stakes?
spell. Come on. And he, with his foot from like under the table, kicks the chair across from him. So it kind of like skitters out from the
Baldier's
table.
going to catch and twist and straddle it, like flip it over and straddle it.
Oh, a real dexterous type, ain't ya?
What is dextrose?
Oh, when you got the good, the hands and the eyes, and they talk.
Yes, I have that.
Do you want to play some dice?
How do you play?
Whoever rolls the higher number wins, my friend.
What do we win?
You win gold, of course, unless you want something else.
I am looking for information, but I need to know if you have it first.
Information, eh? What kind of information you seeking from old Crickifer?
Well, I am looking for... And then I go and describe that motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
I forgot all the little details that we've added in the little things that Baldir may or may not know that I can't remember what he knows because it's been a while since we've all communicated with each other.
You remember a humanoid man with a scar.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? Go ahead and for yourself, roll a general intelligence check.
So you want violence then, do you? Because that's a negative. Oh, well, a nat 20 says
it
that
don't
might not
matter.
matter. That feels good. Violence came in the shape of nat 20.
Somehow I knew that was going to happen. I was like, he's going to nat 20.
Ah, feels good. Feels good.
So, as you describe this man, you remember explicitly, this dude had just a mean-looking face aside from the scar. Just lots of like hard edges to the face, and a furrowed brow.
Okay.
That just had
like a 50-year-old plus male barista kind of vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, someone who's really seen it all.
Okay.
Who's stared into the eyes of God and did not like what he saw.
Right. And said like unsubscribe to God, basically. Okay.
And then God said, "No, you can't quit," and he was like, "Okay, but I won't be happy about it."
All right. All right.
He
I get
had
this.
his hair buzzed on the sides of his head, but just a straight kind of flop of salt and pepper hair on the top of his head that kind of flopped off to the side. And he had been wearing pretty dark clothes, and he had green eyes as well.
Okay.
And he was a human.
I described this guy just like that.
Yeah, I just realized I had never described him to you. So
Yeah, I was like, I'm filled with blind hatred. No.
he had a face that was punchable.
He had a very punchable face.
You know what? Now, I'll tell you right off the bat. Old Crickether don't have details about this guy. I know a bit about the Scarlet Wolves, if you say he runs with that group there. But this particular guy, never seen him, don't particularly want to see him. Do you still want to play?
That just seems like such a big non sequitur.
What? You using a lot of fancy words there, friend.
I don't know if these red dogs have anything to do with him.
I like how Baldir is confused about the word dexterous, but then fucking slams down a word like non sequitur.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
I need consistency.
No, you're not gonna get it from Baldir.
No.
Baldir has every now and then has a $10 word in his pocket and it falls out in the right place. But he's used it 19 times in the wrong place to get to this point.
All right.
I like your non sequitur eyes.
So, he goes,
And what would be up at stake on my end to give you,
Well,
since we are not doing gold?
I suppose you'd have to answer one of my questions.
All of your questions for one of mine?
One of my questions.
What is the question you have first?
Where are you from?
All right. If you win, you get to know where I'm from.
All right. Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20. This is a simple game. Whoever rolls the higher number is the wiener.
all right.
Don't be the wiener. Oh no.
All right. By rules of Mortal Dice Combat, I've lost.
He chokes on his beer a little bit.
Well, I am from a land not of this plane. I'm from a place. Are you familiar with a place called Nefertaria? Or perhaps Drocadia? This is.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't think I've ever heard of such a place. Is it? You said it's not.
It's not on this realm of existence. If you're familiar with portals, well, then that would help explain how I am here.
Portals, you say? You mean them things that people have been wandering into?
That's another question we'll have to gamble for.
You got me curious. All right, let's go again.
All right.
Go ahead and roll your d20.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Ah!
You had a 50-50 Baldir.
Oh, I forgot what part of that he was curious about. It just happened.
Have more beer, yes.
He glugs.
I will buy him. I'll raise a finger for some.
We don't believe in that here.
I will use some of my free beer to slide
Beautiful.
him some.
Sure. He drinks it in haste.
And I say, you are going to ask me what I wanted to know about you.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Well, per your sincere inquiry, I'm very curious about how someone so upstanding as yourself runs with such dangerous beings such as the maroon canines.
Well, I wouldn't say I run with them so much as heard of them. Although there will be plenty of people that would like to join the ranks, so to speak. But I only know just the barest bit. I sold something to him once.
Must have been something very special.
You said you was one of those folks from other planes.
That's another question.
I came into a rug.
A rock.
A rug.
That's rug. That sounds painful.
A
Have you
rug.
tried people?
God. And I said, gross.
I mean, there are some rugs that are very thick and velvety, but
All of a sudden, in my living room, back at home, 1 second it wasn't there, and then in the next second, there was half a rug in my living room. And I don't know where it came from. And so, I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't want any of that nonsense. And so, someone came up and said, hey, we'll take it off your hands. And,
how much
They
for half
gave-
a rug?
they gave me 5 silver piece.
Is that a good deal on half rug?
There's 5 silver piece more than I had before I had a rug I didn't want. So,
Yeah.
I'd say it was pretty good deal. This is good beer.
Yeah, it is not bad. Let's see. That is very good. You have good projection.
Thanks, I work on it.
I want to know another thing. I want to know where this person is and what is his or her name.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice, yes.
He
Of
throws
course.
it, his dice rattle off the table. He goes and picks them up and slams them on the counter.
Baldir is not one to cheat, and he says,
What happens when the dice fall off the table?
Oh, it means that, it means...
I feel like that is a big foul, a big penalty of some kind.
Oh, is it? Are you playing Nosferatu rules?
Well, since you won, I will answer your question. We are not. Shall we go again?
What was I gonna ask?
You go once, you once me, and now it is my turn. Because, I mean, we roll for it, yes?
It means you win? I think it means you win, don't it?
I don't think so. I don't win much.
He drops the dice onto the
Baldir
table.
Baldir's gonna catch it
Yeah.
and just say,
If you needed an excuse to drink and talk to someone, why don't we just drink and talk?
Oh, that sounds pretty nice.
Aye.
and he kind of clinks his glass to the goblin's mug or whatever.
It's
he's
empty,
like-
but he goes to drink it.
Baldir is gonna top him off.
So, where
So
can I
this-
find this person and who are they?
If I'm being honest, I don't remember too much.
That's fair. That happens. I understand.
It, last I checked, this person was they were a human? There was a human person?
Human people? Okay, that's.
And, they had that, you know, on they had the thing. The thing, the brand.
A brand of the Crimson Puppies?
The grams of the Crimson Cups. Mm-hmm. They had one of those. And, they just... I was on the street with my rug, talking about how exotic it was to any passerby, and they was the only ones that wanted to buy it off me.
What did you say exactly to them to really get that sale going?
I said, and he begins to yell at full volume as if he is hawking on the street. Rug for sale, extra plate of rug for sale. Appears out of nowhere, vanishes into thin air. This is truly something special.
I understand. May I borrow
A lot
your
of other
jacket?
people have, like,
May I borrow your jacket?
yeah, sure.
Baldir's gonna take it and
It's a bit small for you, isn't it?
Is it?
he's going to empty the pockets to make sure nothing important of this Gobbo buddy is in the pockets.
Yeah, sure. What falls out is a paper clip,
Mhm.
2 copper pieces.
Baldir's pushing on one finger, 2 fingers.
Oh,
Yeah, it's there is a crumpled up note that just says milk on it.
Milk.
It just says milk,
All right.
and 2 copper and 1 paper clip, and that is what you find in this man's pockets.
All right. Baldir is going to hold on. Baldir is going to just sneakily take out 2 silver and push it over into the man's pile of stuff
And say, oh, don't forget these.
but as though I pulled them out of his pockets.
Sure. Well,
just
alright,
like-
thanks. Brings him in toward himself.
There we go. And I am going to pat him gently on the back as though I'm burping a particularly long-nosed baby. And then
There you go. There you go. Well, it was good talking to you, friend.
He vomits onto your shoes.
can I dex save out of the way?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
would that be a disadvantage though? Because he's drunk too.
Who says I'm drunk?
Oh, Valdir's not drunk. I mean, you've only had like one drink.
I've been feeding him more of my drinks than I've been drinking of mine. Yeah. All right. Super badass dodge move.
Yeah.
Total of 21.
Beautiful. Yeah, more than enough.
And
Your shoes
both the-
phase.
yeah,
So
I
you're just back.
moonwalk in my kilt away. All right. Baldir now has a plan, and the plan involves taking this goblin's coat and hawking in the street.
Interdimensional coat.
Sure. Are you doing this now?
What time is it?
It's approaching like probably 11:30 to midnight.
Perfect time. Perfect time.
Oh,
yes.
perfectly.
I am going to step out and hawk this goblin's interdimensional coat and repeat exactly what he said
Sure.
about his carpet. out there into the streets.
Wonderful. Yeah, there's like one couple that walks past you, arm in arm, that kind of like hurry past you. I guess make a deception check with disadvantage. Really, there's not a lot of people on the street right now.
All right, that's 11 plus. Where is my character sheet? Deception is probably not good. So 10 total.
Okay. One person that passes by tosses a copper piece onto the ground at your feet and keeps walking. But aside from that, you get no bites. But after a couple minutes, you do see the familiar shape of Iris approaching you, followed by a person you do not recognize, a woman with a heavy cloak and a hood over her head.
And then I will pick up the copper piece, and all I see is Iris and the woman.
Yeah. Demetrius. Iris's tail is going.
I will speak in Draconic and say,
Hello! Are you having a good night?
Hey, Uncle.
Did you?
I'm doing good.
What did you just say?
Oh, sorry. I don't. Sorry.
No, I didn't. I am a little hard of hearing. What was it that you said? Penny for your thoughts. Or copper for your thoughts.
It just kind of slipped out. It just said Uncle. Sorry.
That was very nice. Well, just so you know, I'm not related to your dad.
Neither am I. It's cool.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you knew that.
At this point,
I didn't
the
want to
woman
be like,
kind of...
You're adopted! Oh no, I revealed that.
Oh no!
Not the first time this has happened. Oh, God.
The woman kind of pipes up at this point. I take it you're one of Demetrius's buddies.
Yes. He is a wise traveling companion and great warrior. He shot me in the face.
You know, that's a little bit of props to you. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of any weapon Demetrius is behind.
I felt like it is a cultural greeting on his end.
No, I wouldn't say so. I'm sorry. Cassia Lascaris.
Baldia! Pleasure to meet you.
Your hands envelop hers. Well, he's just finishing up with something, but he told me to come back here and meet his friends.
Yes.
Baldia,
I am.
it's nice to meet you.
Yes. We're going in. It's very cold out tonight, and it looks like you have a coat. I'm holding up a goblin's coat, so you should be fine.
Yeah, is that, did I hear something about interplanar coats?
Yes, I should tell you, it is not really an interdimensional, interplanar thing. It is, I'm trying to earn the attention of a most foul group of the blood-colored, quadrupedal furries.
Blood-colored... You know, let's talk some more about that over a drink, maybe, if you want.
Yeah, I'd love that if you know anything about this sordid gang of vicious ruffians.
I don't know much about furries, but I can talk more and see if that rings a bell.
Don't worry, I understand. I keep to get it right. The pink doggos, I think.
Let's
no,
go
that's
inside.
not it.
Come on.
Unmute us.
Yes.
all right.
Yeah, so y'all
I
enter.
open the door for her and do the thing where like I'm tall enough to just push it above and
Yeah, sure.
like, yeah.
I think at this point, Celine and Rocky are still in the tavern.
Is this after or before my mountain climbing?
This would be after.
Okay. So I'm dancing on tabletops now then.
Beautiful, beautiful. You've got, you know what? Make a performance check.
Da, 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 da. I've had a lot to drink.
That's fair. That's fair. You are on a table of people that are like playing cards, and they're just exchanging cards, like through your like around you as you're dancing. Hang on, I'm gonna turn my ring light.
I definitely am stealing people's drinks at random as well.
What's the main form of contraceptive in this world? I'm sure you've thought about it by now.
I have not thought about it.
Abstinence.
All right, May.
So the one true answer.
Well,
Is it sheepskin condoms? Is it belladonna?
Oh, and Quinn. I don't know if you went back downstairs after your conversation with May or if you stayed asleep.
Quinn was kind of settling in, but
That was
think
like the
May-
end of the night.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
the end of the night, but I think
Want
Quinn
to
is
say
settled
you're still
in.
downstairs?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll head downstairs. Sure, I want to be in the mix. I want to have some fun.
Okay. And May, are you
I
staying?
think maybe Quinn had his conversation with May and was just like, I'm gonna go back down for a drink.
Sure.
Should get some wine. You want some wine, May? Okay.
I mean, we're probably being
She
loud
just,
enough
like-
downstairs that you can't sleep anyways.
Yeah, it's a
So-
little loud down there, so I'm gonna go down and see if I can get it to relax. Just kidding, I'm joining in. I'll
He
bring
like is sitting on like the edge of the bed, just like
you whenever you're ready, and then I head downstairs.
Fable from the window kind of just cocks his head at you. May.
don't judge me. And she gets up and follows.
Hey, cool. Awesome.
Celine is in a room,
Okay.
not coming down.
All right. Fair.
Is it really loud down there?
I mean, well, so after Quinn's performance about the man who finds the light, it sobered up a little bit, a lot of it, perhaps. And aside from Rocky's rhythmic feet on tabletops,
That's what brought it back to life.
people are calmer now. There is someone with a flute with her like heels up on the table, kind of just playing quietly, but it is much quieter than it was, and there's just a low din of conversation.
Yeah, we'll go down.
Cool.
She doesn't look happy about it.
Sure. Well, at this point, I guess all of you, except for Celine, who is in her room and not going down, and Demetrius, who is spending some time, you would see Iris walk in with, I'll just display her one more time, this woman that is unfamiliar to all of you, except now, Baldir.
Quinn is going to go over and kind of sit at an empty table and just kind of gesture towards Baldir. Who's your friend?
Ah, this is a new friend. Cassia, she's Demetrius's friend.
Hey there.
Iris introduced us.
Lovely to meet you. You must be one of Dimitri's people.
I am. I'm Quinn. It's nice to meet you. Celine, I think, is not down here. I think she went up.
May I interject? I
Please.
just thought of something that I wanted to do.
Absolutely.
Not like do. I just wanted to like change my answer of like
Yeah.
where exactly I am. So
Please.
if my room has a window, I will probably be like out of disguise, sitting on the windowsill, probably like just like ruminating and looking at the moon if there is a moon tonight.
There is a moon tonight, and as you look up into the sky, it has been several days of rain, and there have been like heavy clouds kind of hanging nonstop. As you're looking up, the clouds are just now kind of beginning to strain apart. And you watch as moonlight slowly but surely begins to flood the city.
Yeah, I'll just be like looking up at the moon and like taking it in and just kind of like recharging as I like prepare to be in this place that has like held so much. Yeah.
It smells and sounds so different at night, and it's exactly how you remember.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
That is all.
Downstairs, Cassie kind of reaches out and shakes all of your hands that are there. And a friend of Dimitri's is a friend of mine. Welcome to Moralbach, I guess. Are you from here?
I'm actually from here. Selena's also from here, but I don't think anybody else is from Moralbach.
No.
Rocky might be, but Rocky is kind of being... She's being cryptic about what she's got going on.
I'm still dancing on a table.
And
Absolutely wasted.
Rocky is a... Oh, it must be that one.
Yeah, the tiefling girl there, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, we all got our stuff. I know that...
Are you from... Now, I'm going to say here.
Sure.
But I think you know what I mean when I say here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you from here?
Born and raised. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Been here my whole life. Me and Dimitri, we were in the Marines together.
Oh, I see. Celine was also in the Marines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Not for as long, I don't think.
Sure. Celine. That doesn't ring a bell.
I don't know if she served with Demetrius at all. But they just happen to have similar backgrounds.
Yeah,
Lots of
sure.
people. I mean, it's Moralbach. Lots of people are, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, the Marines are big, and I'm excited to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to meet a fellow sailor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get her. I'll be right back.
Sure.
I go up and I'm gonna knock on Celine's door. Hey, I know you're in there, weirdo. Yeah.
What?
There's someone downstairs I want you to meet. They're friends with Demetrius. They're also a sailor.
All right.
Growling quiets.
Okay. Just come down when you're ready.
Okay. I will go down reluctantly and wear my hood the whole time because I just don't want to keep pounding out disguised selves.
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I'm just reading something that surely is not relevant.
I'll go downstairs, but I just want to wear my hood the whole time. I do not want to keep expending my
Sure.
disguised selves.
Sure. I'm sorry, I'm just reading up on something real quick.
Yes, of course.
May and Celine are both on that level of just
I don't want to be.
When you get invited out at like 10 p.m. and you've already changed into your pajamas and you're just like, God.
I go over to where Rocky is dancing and I just go, so did you climb the mountain? Rocky?
Nope, she's gone.
She's gone. She's lost.
I fell into your now empty seat, and I look over at her. Oh, you're pretty.
Oh, okay. At her?
At the
At
Cassia, what's her name? Cassandra.
Cassia.
Cassia. Yeah, at Cassia.
Rocky.
And then I see Iris's drag. I see Iris though. I'm like, hey, that's Demetrius's. You can't have that. Did you take that from him?
What?
And I look over at Baldir. She stole Iris. Where's Demetrius?
At this moment, as if called from God, Demetrius, you have made your way back.
Right
Along the
before
way-
Demetrius, I'm sorry.
Please.
Go right ahead, please.
Right before Demetrius pops in, May just like, without having even introduced herself yet, is like, just stands up, is like, this was a mistake.
Celine is like, just apparates next to her because of how sneaky she is all the time, and is just like, I
Sure.
agree.
Sure.
And then Demetrius walks in.
Yeah.
Walking in, he would have just lit a cigar along the way back, and is also like pulled out probably the whiskey that he's took from when we were in Lachlan's Rest, and is just drinking pretty freely with that right now.
Yeah.
As he kind of comes back in, quickly like stashes it away, like the dad desperately trying to hide the drinking from the kids.
I
Just
don't
like,
have a problem.
I don't have a problem. We just take a few drinks to get rid of the shakes. It's nothing. Was come in like chomping on the cigar. Like, oh well, I see y'all have already made your acquaintance. That's good.
I get louder. She stole your dragon.
Well, how dare you steal ours from me, Cassia? That's mighty rude of you. I'll be taking her back now.
Oh, well, what are you gonna do about it? Shoot me?
Snitches get
I'm back.
stitches, rookie.
I literally pull up a little bit of fire at my fingertips. Like, you want me to take care of this?
It's
Whoa,
okay,
whoa.
Rocky. I got this. It's all right.
She like puts her hands up in mock fear. You do see the shit with her hand. Looking at it, you can clearly see that one hand, it's just 3 fingers and a thumb of just like bark, like you'd see on a tree. And there is, you can see it in the light. There's a little bit of moss on the side of the palm there. And I've gone wildly out of focus. There we go. Don't flame me up now.
Did you know you stuck your hand into a tree and it came back out tree?
Oh.
Oh no, who took my fucking
Jesus,
hand?
Rocky.
I had no idea. Someone must have fucked with me in my sleep.
Non-consensual is not good. Do you want us to burn them? I'll burn them.
You know, I think I'd like that.
Okay. Just gotta tell me who. I will just incinerate them. There won't even be ash.
We'll go on a mission. You and me. It'll be great.
I'd like that. You're pretty.
Oh my.
So are
why you
all
gotta
your
be
friends
creepy?
like this, Dimitri?
The way she switches
Hey.
modes.
It's you know, they're all very unique in how they or present themselves. They're not all like that.
What are you talking about? We're all the same.
Also,
We're friends.
We're the same.
I mean, we have all known each other for like 5 days, so you know.
It feels like an
Yeah.
eternity.
Well, this level
It's
of
been
comfort
5
is
days, so.
admirable.
I mean, I feel like we know each other so well. Like, you absolutely know what Baldier's favorite color is, right?
What is in
Everyone
this
here
beer?
is very comfortable. That is true.
What is in this beer that she's been drinking? Please, someone take it from her at once. This is too much.
I'm not really sure. I was drinking whatever Golden Mountain gave me. He was pouring. It was great.
What drinks did he feed you?
Golden
I
Mountain.
don't know. Not
What
all
the
of it was
hell's
in my
Golden
mouth.
Mountain?
Let's go.
I feel like
I point at the Minotaur.
Everyone like simultaneously is like,
his fur is also damp, by the way, from because we definitely like
Oh,
bathed in
certainly.
a keg.
Oh, certainly.
Ah, damn it,
She kind
Rocky.
of face
What's
palms.
I'll make eyes at the mountain.
May she kind of
Is this-
catches your eye.
This girl does.
Yeah.
Just looks away,
Sure.
and then just like,
well, I'm gonna look over to Cassie and be like, well, if you got fucked up by a tree, and I'm gonna take this time to like sit down, find a good chair.
Yeah.
Fuck the bar stool shit. Like Demetrius, even if you have to drag a chair over, is gonna find the most comfortable
Oh, yeah.
chair.
There are 2
to, like,
leather
push up.
chairs that are set up by like the sort of fireplace. There are currently 2 people sitting in them.
Dump 'em.
I won't bother them. I'll find the next comfortable chair. Like,
Does Celine know
I
who
didn't
this
know we were all cowards here.
He just doesn't want to mess with us. I'm not that rude. I'm a nice guy. He's going to just find a chair and pull it up and get comfortable. And he's then going to actually detach his prosthetics and just try to get a little more comfortable as he takes his left arm and left leg off and just like sets the arm up on the table and says, "Hey, if you got fucked up by a tree, what the hell happened to me?"
Not the stump stink that's now filling the room.
She,
sweaty stump.
she, for the rest of this conversation, takes your arm and will be gesturing with it.
Absolutely. We love it.
Celine, make a history check.
Okay.
Or,
Well,
yeah,
plus 2.
yeah, history check.
9.
Okay. You don't immediately recognize this person, no.
Okay.
And her eyes kind of meet yours. Hey there, I'm Cassia.
Celine.
Nice to meet you. Your friend was saying you're a Marine.
Unfortunately.
What's so
Unfortunately,
unfortunate
Celine,
about it?
hell, you were great. You just was a bit of a troublemaker. She's a bit of a troublemaker. But she's good at what she does. I swear by the gods above that this child can go from standing in front of you to straight up disappearing in seconds.
Really now? So what kind of trouble are we talking?
It's I'm leaving.
Oh, Celine, come here. We just giving you a hard
I'm
time.
just giving you shit.
Come on.
We're among friends. Sit down. Here, I got some whiskey left. You can have it. All right, just sit back down.
Besides,
Let's
who
have-
ain't got into a little bit of trouble here in the Marines? There's not much to
Exactly.
do most days but get into trouble.
Shit, I have ample stories.
You try spending 8 hours a day staring out at nothing on the water and see if
Exactly.
you're not tempted to fuck up a little bit of something.
I can think of a few things I would look up all out on the water.
What was that, Rocky? Rocky, you're slurring your words a bit. What was that?
What are you talking about slurring? Can you stop dancing?
Am I dancing? I ain't dancing.
You're all kind of dancing. I didn't really I thought the dance was over. You stopped playing music.
You feeling all right? You seem a little worse for wear.
I mean, there was definitely some wearing. I wouldn't say worse though.
Golden Mountain, this and that.
I just got. Is this like a sexual thing? Is everything a sexual thing?
Dimitri,
with
it
or
is a sexual thing.
I'm surprised you haven't caught up on that. Everything is a sexual thing with Rocky.
Well, I
Do you
don't know
not
these
remember me
things.
drawing dicks on their faces as we were driving
Ah,
here?
shit, I served with sailors that drew dicks on people. That ain't nothing. That's just some bit of fun.
If
So-
you didn't think that was sexual, I'm sorry. You were on the wrong boat.
They said you were from Rollbrock too, Rocky?
Where's Moralbach?
The city we're in now.
Oh, that's lovely. Have we been here long?
Y'all have to
Less
tell me.
than a day.
I imagine both Celine and May are like bashing our heads against the fucking table.
What about
Just
you,
like
May?
under the table, low bones.
What about you? Are you from Rollbrock too?
I am from Nero.
Good city, that.
Yeah, it's great.
Sure. Well, Dimitri said y'all just got into town today. I'm sure you probably had a long day of travel. I don't want to keep any of you up too much, but if you ever get tired of being here, and a friend of Dimitri's is a friend of mine, so if you want somewhere quieter, any of you are welcome at the family house.
That sounds mighty fine, Cassie. Thank you. I'm sure that we can all say thank you. Am I right? Come on now.
Thank you,
Would
Cass.
it be Would it be all right if we wanted somewhere a little louder, if you know what I mean?
No.
Did you say family house? Are you guys related or something?
Me and this fool?
Yeah.
No.
You.
No.
Yes.
Nah, not related by anything more than the blood of Marines, you know.
But you said it was quieter there?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's nothing there but me and my mama and it's quieter.
Yeah, we don't
Boyfriend?
need to
Cute boyfriend
pry,
at
so.
home? Is that you? Cute boyfriend at home? You got cute boyfriend at
Rocky,
home?
okay, I mean, come on. We don't even know her. I mean, you don't even know me. I don't know you, so we're, you know.
I know you. Come on, tell me what's my favorite color?
I don't. I've never asked you that.
So sorry, we're doing the facial shuffle at the moment.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think my internet had a little struggle bus time. for a
Bleep
moment.
bleep. Oh no, you're now May. Let me fix you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being May, but only May should get to be May.
May.
gonna
Wait a
be-
minute.
It's gonna be
Oh.
May.
We
Where
didn't
did
change.
Nick go?
I'm right here.
Fuck.
Why are there? There's two
Oh.
age.
There's two Adrians. Fuck.
Can never have enough me.
There we
Am
go.
I right?
There we go.
Oh. Wait, shoot. I lost May.
That note, Baldier's
You
gonna
don't
create another Baldier.
It's fun fact. It's storming here, pretty bad.
You know, it's storming here. I was hearing something. I was like, is that from thunder?
Yeah, we've got thunderstorms going on right now.
I'm really jealous. It's been like overcast today, like it was supposed to be stormy all day, and it was cooler, but humid as fuck.
It was a
And I just
beautiful
wanted
sunny
rain.
day Here.
I'll brag about it.
I will.
It was probably still harder here though, you know, it was like 97.
I got sunburnt today.
Gross.
Oh,
Who goes outside?
That's what we get.
I had to for work.
How was your first day? We don't have to talk about that now. Sorry.
Just immediately like, how's your
Put a
day? Don't
pin in it.
answer.
we'll put a pin in it for our after chat.
How was your day? Don't care.
She says,
Okay.
"Well, we got one extra bedroom and a couple couches. If any of y'all are wanting a little bit more nightlife, you're welcome to stay here, of course. But I just thought I'd offer. Wouldn't have to pay
I
anything
mean-
either.
I think
They've
that's
already
mighty
paid,
fine.
though.
I'd prefer a nice, comfortable bed as opposed to, no offense to this place, but a tavern side's not always the most comfortable.
Guest room's all yours.
So there's like not a lot of space. I mean, not to disparage your home or anything, but
I mean, it's not the most space. It's still a little cozy. You'd be more than welcome to either bunking up there with Demetrius or you know, help yourself to one of the couches in the living room.
May, if you
Oh,
want.
May, you can take the bedroom. I'll take the couch.
I
It's
don't-
all right.
that's
I
okay.
know you
No, we
like
don't have
having
to-
your own place and kind of it needs to be a little more quiet. So don't you worry one bit. You can take that. I'll take the couch, and then we can chat about it in the morning. See, you know, if we want to take turns or something like that. It ain't nothing.
I was thinking, May, if you do prefer the solace and privacy, as I myself do at times, barring the occasional bunk bed. I'm sure there is a good layer B&B, I think is what they are called. A place where you could just get a room without having to worry about the tavern.
I hate this.
I think that's what we are doing here now. I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Also,
Is this a layer B&B?
I don't
it's also
know what
very
that is.
Cassie, were you just being polite, or are you actually offering
No,
your
I mean
house?
it. Yeah, and a
Okay.
friend. I mean, it might get a little cramped with all six of you, but if you can fit on the floor and you want to, my house is open to you.
You know where I'm from? We call those orgies.
Okay, I think with that we will stay here. Thank you. Very nice offer.
Sure, sure. Well, if you change your mind, you're always welcome. Dimitri?
I'll take you up on that. That sounds lovely.
Well, I'm gonna turn in. It was lovely to meet you all.
Feelings
Yes.
And I'm sure
You know-
I'll see you around.
See you around.
But you were going to tell me about the what you knew of the
The furries?
the Scarlet Wolves.
The Scarlet Wolves.
You guys have furries here?
I don't
I
know.
want to see a furry.
There's furries everywhere, honestly.
Yeah,
Seems on
I
the
mean,
internet.
I don't.
we-
Is it fur?
we
What
fought a
is
bunch of
fur?
them. We've like animals.
No, those are
Oh, that
not the
makes
same.
sense. Is that
That's
just a
not the
local
same.
term? Or...
I'm not. You're from here.
Oh shit, I am. I've had a lot to drink. It's
Oh my
it's been a
gosh.
hell of a day.
You know what else
It can't be a Rawbach term. It's just shit. I ain't heard of that.
Yeah,
We
I
were
don't
I
here
know
heard
what
of
it
it.
is.
How
for
have
3
you-
days.
Wait,
Uh,
Scarlet Wolves.
The Scarlet Wolves I have heard of. They were a real thorn in our side for a while there. From what I can tell, they buy out guards here sometimes, or will, sometimes they join the guard themselves, and the whole time they're in this other organization and hide it, and we don't know until it's too late and they strike. Real insidious. They just kind of bully people.
Well, that is unacceptable. Someone needs to solve this problem. We need to bully the bullies.
That would be good.
Sounds
I
like
mean,
fun. I love trolling.
The guard have tried. I was less involved, but from what I heard, people would occasionally try to conduct raids, and it just seemed wherever he cut off one head, 2 more grew somewhere else.
I must do this.
Well, all right. Did they do something to you?
They took my wedding ring.
So you really got to find them, huh?
With no alternative path. In great certainty that this is a must for me.
Sure.
I cannot go home without it.
If I can help, I have my own suspicions, actually. What do you say we maybe compare notes in the morning?
Yes.
Sure. Well, it was lovely to meet you all. I'm gonna turn in, but have a great rest of your nights. And I'll see you later.
You're welcome to turn into my bedroom if you like.
Ignore her.
All right.
Well, they're just gonna just.
Some interesting company you keep. As she kind of.
I sure leave all over again.
Roki, remember the rule is if you don't want your prison cellmate to say it to you, don't say it to someone else.
He's got a point. That's actually a pretty good standard to live by.
I would be really happy if someone said that to me, though. Like, that sounds like a good thing.
Never mind.
Yeah, all right then. Demetrius is gonna fit his arm and leg back on.
Yeah.
So he kind of rotates it and gets it back into position, and kind of stands up and says, "Well, I'm gonna turn in as well. Guess we'll all meet up here tomorrow morning then, if that's good with you all."
Sure thing.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sticks the cigar in his mouth and turns. We'll leave with Cassia.
You got an extra?
Hand it to her, light it up.
Sure. And they go. I think there is probably a good time to take our 10-minute bio break. We're about halfway through.
Hey.
But
For the soul.
What do you say we just jump into it?
Yes. So
Yup.
we all went to bed.
You all go to bed. The night
Love it.
passes. You can feel free to take your long rest.
Yo.
Yee yee.
Yes, yes.
Indeed.
And
Oh, we're rowdy. We're rowdy.
we get rowdy. We do a little dance.
No,
We're
no
all
one
right
gets
right
no
now.
one gets jumped by Rocky, excuse me.
Oh, I jumped the Minotaur's bounce. We were good.
Okay,
Yeah,
just making sure
already
we're all
got it.
safe.
Settled.
No, you guys are all spoken for.
Demetrius, when you get to Cassia's house that evening, it's kind of like quiet, and you kind of both like sneak in. She tells you that her mother is asleep in their bedroom upstairs. You've been in this house before. It's familiar to you. You know where the guest room is. You also know where her brother's bedroom is. Her brother Kalen. That room is across from the guest bedroom. And the door is just kind of closed. And you don't really hear anything from that all night or in the morning when you rise. The door remains closed. And
So
it is
the
just
door to her brother Kalen's bedroom is closed. I assume, to my knowledge, he's alive and well. Last I heard, or last I knew.
last you heard.
Okay.
You knew her brother to also be, well, he was not a Marine, he was a guard. And in the time that you knew him, he would often go out, like late at night and, spend his nights out. He was the older brother of Cassia, but just generally a little bit rowdier. And where you might expect him to be kind of coming and going at night, his bedroom door remains all closed all night and all the next morning. And as you kind of come out the next morning, unless there is anything you'd like to do at night,
Push-ups.
Fuck that! I'm an old man. I'm going to bed.
Just say, make a move on your cute friend.
Absolutely not.
Especially
She's
after you guys
roughly
just said,
20 years younger than me and a dear friend, and
yeah.
he just
not-
implied to the rest of us that she was your daughter, so
Hey,
Well,
that would be a no.
you don't know. You have to ask me in character.
Hmm.
We're gonna have a episode of
Jerry Springer.
Yep.
Hey, May.
Yeah.
I'm laying on this couch and I'm realizing that this couch is understuffed and hurts to lay on. Is there space up there?
You just hear her like shift over.
Without like fully standing, Quinn just sort of like slithers off of the bed or off of the,
Now I'm regretting it.
off of the couch.
Slithers.
Terrible way to describe that.
Unhinges
slithering,
his
huh?
jaw in
Because
excitement.
I can stay on the opposite side of the
May is literally like, if you looked at her, you would think that she is like hanging off of the side of the bed.
She's like, no, I
Okay,
regret
all right.
this.
Quinn like inchworms to the bed.
The slugs in a sleeping bag towards her.
Okay. I'll stay on the other side of the blankets if that's cool.
Yep.
You doing all right, May?
Yeah, I think maybe next time I'll just turn down going downstairs. That's not I think that's not really my thing.
Yeah, that was a lot. I get that. You I don't know. It's nice having you around. It's good to have somebody who can kind of bring things down a little bit. Does that make sense?
I love your depression, he says.
She like turns over and like is on her elbows and is like, what was going on with Rocky? It's been killing me. She was
really drunk.
You guys are having gossip night. It's so cute.
She was really drunk, and I think she was having a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
What did it make you uncomfortable?
It didn't make everyone.
No, I think some people are just more forward with that kind of thing. I don't know. Please stop it.
No.
Well.
If it's like legitimately making you uncomfortable, I can talk to her for you if you want.
Well, I just kind of. I mean, it's kind of. You know, I am a long way away from my home with people that I don't know. And I think that tonight really made me realize that.
Yeah. It's. I don't want to say that I feel like I know you, because obviously you haven't shared everything with us, and you have no reason to. I'm not. There's no expectation of you for doing that, but. Yeah. Will it help if I try to bridge the gap a little bit? Do you want to learn more about me? I'll tell you a secret. How's that?
This isn't like a this for that kind of thing, is it?
Not at all. This is me offering something to you as a token of trust and friendship. I'm just gonna say it. I'm part of a secret order of bards that travels the world and protects the world from evil.
Okay, we can just lay here.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, May.
You know, I appreciate you as well.
Thank you.
But you know, if you ever boop my nose again, it won't end well for you.
Yeah, that was belligerent. I was pushing my luck there. You got a good point. I thought it was funny. I will refrain in the future.
That is for the best.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Do you mind if I write a song about you?
You know, I get the suspicion that it's already started, so.
It started. Well, okay, that's fair. I have songs written about almost everyone, but my real question is, do you mind if I perform a song about you?
I mean, don't say this song is about May.
I didn't say the last song was about Baldir.
Baldir calls out, "There's a song about me."
Okay.
All right. Cool. Good night, man.
Okay.
Celine busts in through the window.
Does she really?
Yes.
Okay.
And just closes the window and just falls asleep on the floor.
All right.
Baldir is gonna
What?
fold the coat, the little goblin coat, on her like a little blanket, but it's obviously a little goblin coat.
Sure. The
Celine
situation that
busts
you
in
both
through the
have.
window?
Whose window?
So there is the room that Quinn and May are currently sharing. There is the sitting
Yeah.
room that is
Yeah.
connected.
Oh, right.
And then there is another connecting room on the other side that presumably Baldir and Rocky and
No,
whichever-
Barky's with the Minotaur.
Rocky's with the Minotaur, so Baldir has it all to himself.
Yep.
Which
That's
room
the
are you
bunk
crawling
bed room.
into, Celine?
Listen, I try to keep a low profile, so I scaled the building.
Yes, low profile.
No.
Wait, when
profile.
did Celine leave?
I didn't know.
What happened?
No one can
no.
say.
He's been
She
invisible
does
on
this.
and off, so.
Oh God.
I scaled the building, made sure that I found the window of Quinn and May's room,
Yes.
and I opened that window, and yes.
Beautiful. You do this.
No, she does this. It's fine.
I just like melt into the room,
Mhm.
close, like kick the window closed, and just am like, good night.
It was a matter of time, honestly.
You know, Celine, there is a couch over there.
Too far.
Okay.
Floor is
Baldir is
fine.
gonna scoot the couch. just destroying the quiet, the scraping the legs of the couch along the wood.
I'm gonna make it canon that the room that Rocky and said Minotaur were in was below you guys, and one of us grabbed a broom, is like slamming it on the ceiling to make you guys go quiet because we finally got some sleep because we hadn't been
In
sleeping at all.
Cassia's house.
Does
Oh, no, this is
Rocky
not
have
Cassia's
the
house.
audacity?
Oh,
The audacity to tell us to be quiet?
I'm already hungover at this
Demetrius
point.
went to Cassia's house.
oh, okay.
Uh,
I thought we were in Cassia's house
No,
this
sorry.
whole time. That's even funnier. Oh shit.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Wonderful.
Sleep.
I guess
Sleep.
we will start with Demetrius as you wake up in Cassia's home. You kind of emerge out into like the sitting room. Cassia's mother, who you've met before, whose name I most certainly remember.
Opia.
No, I had one. Wait, it's in my notes.
Elga.
It's in my notes, and I had it. Which thing was it on? Ikra.
Ikra?
Ikra Lascaris. Her mother is at the stove kind of mixing something. The smell of coffee and fruits hangs in the air.
Magnificent. Demetrius is immediately going to look for coffee, and then, once he has himself a nice big cup of coffee, he's going to look for food. Just kind of sit down, seeing Ikra. Just kind of greet her good morning, give her a little pat on the back, thanking her for breakfast.
It's good to see you, sweetie.
Oh, it's mighty fine to see you as well, ma'am. It's been some time. I'm glad to see you. Glad to see your daughter got back safe and sound.
Well, my life is feels like almost everything is right back into place. So I really couldn't be happier.
I'm glad to hear that. How's Kalen doing? He staying out of trouble?
Her spoon kind of stops. Cassia, who's in your eye line, kind of looks down. Well, I'm sure he's fine. Still missing, I'm afraid.
Immediately, sits down the coffee. What do you mean? Still missing? What the heck? What happened?
Not but, well, how long's it been now? Must have been a couple months.
Now Demetrius's face just kind of goes a little bit sullen. Just, what happened a couple of months ago?
Well, Moralbach was not the safest place to be in the months following Moonfall, you understand. And well, there were attacks on the city.
heard is
A lot of people died, and all of us, always in the wake of these attacks, we would try to find the ones that were slain and give them their rights. But there were others that just went missing.
I've heard as such.
I don't know where Kaylin's gone, but wherever he is, I and Cassia kind of steps in. Mama, it's okay. I just heard too. We don't know where he is. And I'm with Mama. I mean, I don't think that if no one saw a body, I'd hesitate to believe that he's really gone. I wanted to maybe poke around about this, today and however long it takes.
Of course, if there's anything I can do or any of my friends, I mean, hells, we've got, we're not totally incapable. If you've got anything, any lead, we can. You just say the word. You just point us in the direction. We'll find Caitlin.
Thank you, Dimitri. Well, something that one of your friends said that kind of stuck out to me. Something about this group, the Scarlet Wolves. I wonder, I mean, they're... Just from what I heard, I ain't been here long, but seems like they never missed their stride in all the shit that happened. I'd like to poke around a little and see if maybe they're somewhat involved in all this, but worst case scenario, they got nothing to do with it, and I just hit some bad people really hard.
Well, if we can slap some ne'er-do-wells around for old time's sake, even if it doesn't turn up anything, I think it warrants an investigation at the very least. But if these Scarlet Wolves, you call them, are behind this attack...
Demetrius goes silent for a moment as he's just envisioning once again what he beheld when he returned.
If they're responsible for this, I reckon it's high time I gave them a visit too.
If that's the case, I'd much rather be on your side.
If that's the case, there ain't gonna be any other side by the time I'm done.
What do you say we go talk to your friends about all this? Maybe get some more information? I want to find out what y'all are looking into, and maybe we can just compare notes.
Agreed. See if we can't get ourselves a posse together and head out and find these sons of bitches.
I'll see you later, Mama. And she kisses her mother on the top of the head. And Ikra kind of leans into it. Do you have to go so soon? You'll be back for supper, right? You sure got it, of course.
We'll do our best, ma'am. And thank you for the breakfast. It was mighty filling. Thank you.
And keep her out of trouble, won't you?
Yeah, she's the one that keeps me out of trouble most often, but I'll do what I can.
She kind of waves as you two exit out the door and in the direction of the fireside mute. And I guess cutting back over.
Well, it got better. Sorry.
Glad someone got it.
Oh.
You said it in just the right pitch. You knew exactly
that's
what
what I was going for. Someone needed.
You all begin to start your day. The day is kind of yours as you wake up.
Good morning, everyone. How do we feel about breakfast?
I'm at the bar with coffee, and my hands are like this, and my hair is gray.
Let's get some breakfast. Everyone get dressed. Let's go.
Breakfast.
I think Quinn's gonna head downstairs and sit next to Rocky.
Yes.
How you feeling, kid?
Oh, not so loud.
Yeah.
Not so loud.
All right, May.
Yeah? What?
Oh, never mind.
Sorry, I was
I was making a joke.
distracted.
Were
About
you implying
me?
I was May?
Yes, because Roki was saying that that was too loud, and that's something that May does. Now that I've explained it, it is no longer funny.
It's still funny.
Never
The jokes
mind.
are always better when you explain them.
No.
Are you making fun of me?
I was not. It was a joke. I love you very much. It was a joke in good conscience.
Maybe if it makes you feel any better, I'll beat her up for you later. Just not
No,
right now.
She cannot do that.
Good morning, everyone.
I literally like spark fire in his direction. It dissipates before it gets to him, but I we're like quiet. Never tried to outdrink a minotaur. Doesn't work. They don't get drunk. Well, he got a little drunk, but
As
they don't
on
usually get
cue,
drunk.
Bako himself comes out from behind the bar, from the kitchen rather, into the behind the bar area.
Bako.
Ah, there, my friend. Welcome back. Welcome back to the land of the living. He sets down plates of eggs and.
I mean, you absolutely crucified me a few times last night. I don't know if I'm alive yet.
I know that wrestling move.
My hair starts getting a little bit of a goldish sheen to it, though, since he's coming.
His little cow ears kind of like tinge a little bit of like pinkish red on the ends.
So-
Well, anyway, here's all
Coffee,
this.
eggs, bacon.
Yeah, you got it. 5 silver for the lot.
the
You can
whole
charge it
shit.
to your room.
Sorry. What's that?
5 silver for the lot. I can just charge it to your room.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
You
sure.
got it.
I can perform again tonight if that works for you.
I mean, I'd never say no.
I could help. I can perform too.
What do you perform, my friend?
I've already performed.
I write poetry.
Do you now?
Yes.
Well, we would love to hear a poem from you. Do you got anything for me right now?
Yes. 1 second.
And he reaches into his kilt and
Oh,
pulls out
no.
this tiny little tiny journal.
Baldir is simultaneously baby and daddy at the same time. I don't like this opposing dynamic he has.
All right, ready?
Here.
All right. Let's see.
What is it to see the light of a new day and to think we know the beauty of night? It is a sad owner of sad things to keep the tales of woe, crying out with eyes laden with rain. Shake free like a dog in moonlight, the sadness that grips your icy heart, and let the sounds of distant waves and far-off goals bring you to that horizon where the coast meets the shore, like your past and your future.
All right,
That
poet.
was very lovely.
You write that
That
yourself?
was nice.
Yes, I did.
Well, we certainly got a spot for you tonight if you'd like it. I'm sure a lot of folks could stand to hear some of these words you got.
Dude, that
Thank
was
you.
really good.
Oh,
That reminds me of one that I heard once. I can't remember it though. It said something about being and not being. But yeah, very deep metaphorical.
I actually wrote that with my son Bastion. We used, when he was little, he used to do ad libs poetry. He picked the funny words like dog shaking his fur, and I picked, in moonlight, and we just go back and forth. But this one is my favorite.
That is, it must be very nice that you have that with you.
It keeps me going to think that I am making them particularly proud as a person who is not keen to just give up on a whole different plane of existence when they are no doubt thinking, when is Papa coming home?
Sure.
Would you like to do an ad lib sometime? I'm sure you have very big words because of your spells. You are like, it's just like, this is like a spell book, but it doesn't make magic, it holds it.
Sure, we can do that sometime.
I'd like that. Maybe when we have free time on our travels and Rocky is busy drawing dicks.
There is a lot of time for that, yeah.
At this point, Baka has kind of wandered away, just yelling at it.
Also, Quinn, just about last night, I think, sorry, I was just preoccupied. So thank you for enduring.
No problem, eh? Don't have to endure anything with you. It just is what it is,
Yeah. Well, I guess we are just waiting for Demetrius, and we can get to business.
Yeah, speaking on that, I'm thinking of meeting my contact today. If it's all right with you guys, I'll probably be able to catch up with you guys later on.
I don't know if you should go alone, my friend.
Speaking also of Demetrius and his friend, last night's pretty hazy, but did anyone else think it was weird how very interested in what we were doing they were?
We're just interesting people.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
And ignore the DM's coy smile. It is not.
What do you mean by that, Rocky? I didn't
I
really
just feel like it's a little unusual that someone from his past suddenly shows up and the first thing they want to do is learn about our, what do we want to call it, our mission that's happened, what we're, you know what I mean, we're in the middle of an investigation, and
she didn't ask us anything about that. She just said,
she
where are you
not?
from? And
I thought we talked about furries and something.
I mean, Baldir
it's a little
brought
hazy.
that up,
I mean, it's a
think.
little furry.
I brought that up. You're the only one with furries here.
She was asking about the dog. I don't know. It was just a little weird that she was asking. I'm just saying, maybe we should.
A healthy suspicion.
I was very drunk. Admittedly, I was very drunk, and it was just something that I first thought of when I woke up, is standing out to me when I woke up. Hot lady suspiciously questioning us, and then I don't remember.
That is kind of a track record for us.
Suspicious hot woman, yeah. This week has been full of them, which is why I went for the Minotaur instead of her.
Speaking of a week, that is all we have known each other, and Demetrius has known her for a long time, so we can probably trust that.
It's probably nothing. It's probably nothing. It was a thought I had this morning.
If it is a coincidence, if it isn't a coincidence, then I would say that I don't know. There would have to be a lot of things in place in order to make that happen.
Yeah, it seems pretty happenstance.
Yeah.
Did they say, like, an old friend that he hasn't talked to in forever? How did they run into each other again? Did he say?
They came in the night.
He didn't say actually what happened.
Well, maybe we'll just keep. Maybe we'll ask some questions. I don't know. It's probably fine. She's really hot too. Like, I'm not gonna be mad if she's hanging out. But like,
I just feel like there's more to people than sexualizing them.
I'm an artist, you know. I just appreciate the nature of my eyeballs.
At this point,
What they perceive.
Cassia and Demetrius enter the fireside mute with Iris in tow.
Hey.
Speaking of nature,
Well, good morning, y'all. How's you all sleep? Rocky, you feeling like you're in the land of the living or a little somewhere in between?
We'll go with someone in
That
between.
good,
How
huh?
about that?
I drink more coffee.
Dog of the hair for you.
You gonna share some of that? Because I'm just drinking coffee right now. And I'm like hoping he has a flask or something.
I pour a flask into your coffee.
Mm.
That is a bad idea, Rocky. Feel better
What?
now, but worse later.
That's not. He didn't pour a lot. It was just a dollop.
I
Very
have
weak
heard
stuff.
In some circles, the best way to avoid a hangover is to just stay drunk. But you try that once, and then you learn better.
I whisper to May,
It's water. She needs to hydrate.
You just
I
watered
think
down
that
our
was just
coffee.
noise.
I water down her coffee.
Why is my bean joe so beanless?
No one wants to be beanless.
Oh my god.
Like worse than maidenless. You're beanless.
You're beanless.
Anyway.
You know,
I can-
Cassia, I thought of something. Do you know the you're from here, you know, and you are in the Navy. Do you know the Tamiel family?
The Tamiel family. Good question. I don't think it rings a bell.
Okay, just a long shot, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Quinn, you know, it might not be a bad idea to ask your contact about them as well, you know, for Nikita.
I don't think I ever wrote down Nikita's last name. Could you what was her last name again?
Tamiel.
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 Like Tam. Yeah, I got it.
Don't say that or
I know
they're gonna come get you.
They'll arrive. I'll be taking a Skyrim for trying to cross.
What's the fucking guy's name? God damn it. I
Yo.
couldn't think of it in time.
Todd Howard?
No, the Todd Howard, yeah.
It just works.
Just works.
Just works.
16 times the detail.
Well, I was hoping to maybe pick some of y'all's brains and maybe exchange some information.
We think we found something that's of high interest.
Yeah.
You two?
Us
I look
too.
meaningfully over at me.
Since last night?
Potentially.
Since last night.
Very little interests in most things except for the well-being of this group and my wedding ring.
Yeah, so what did you find?
Well, it's rather about someone I lost. My brother is missing. I just got back into Mralbach myself a couple of days ago, and have been kind of getting caught up on past events. And, well, there were attacks on the city in the months after Moonfall. I learned all this from my mom, you understand. And
Attacks from whom?
everyone has a different story. Some people say that it was the demons. Some people say it was bandits. Some people say it was a giant ship in the sky.
A ship in the sky?
Yeah, I don't
Bandits?
Yep. Shouldn't it be a castle?
know. I've heard the rumors.
As far as what? Castle?
And I don't know. I don't. Never mind. I take more
Hey.
coffee.
So, when you say a ship in the sky, like, can you elaborate?
Yeah, I don't know too many details myself. I wasn't here, but there are some people apparently that are claiming, according to my mama, which, you know, she's been known to exaggerate, mighty fog rolled in, and people thought they could see the hull of a boat in the sky. I don't put much stock in that myself. Aranos is pretty tight-lipped about whatever their technology is and whatever keeps their ships afloat. And they're not scheduled to arrive here for, what month is it? At least another month, really. So by then they would have been far, far gone when this was happening. But
With Celine's colorful history, would she have any knowledge of people stealing rings or people moving rings?
Make a history check, I guess.
A 10.
You know they exist. But I mean, no one that you've dealt with. But you've just, you know, being immersed in the underworld, you know that they exist. And a lot of those people are kind of considered like the worst of the worst.
Okay.
How are we so sure this is connected to the Scarlet Wolves?
I'm not. Really, I mean, when I got here a couple days ago, I was frantic.
You just got here a couple days ago?
Yeah. It was a long, confusing journey. I got hurt real bad. And I spent a lot of time in the name of the city that I remember, in Elegy.
Elegy.
And how did you end up running into our appendage challenged friend here?
Well, I was mourning him, actually. I was at, well, and she kind of looks deferentially to you, Demetrius.
Demetrius looks hesitant.
It was just a coincidence.
I was just taking a walk back in that part of town. I knew where Cassia, grew up, and I grew up in the same area. I was just taking a little bit of a walk around.
Yeah.
It seems like the stars and fates aligned for us.
Indeed.
It can happen, but really, I don't know if the Scarlet Wolves are involved in all this. I don't know if my brother's alive. It's entirely possible that he's not. But people were thorough about checking for bodies, and they never found his. And I feel like there's just some part of me that would know,
I don't know if this is relevant, but a very drunk goblin told me that the Scarlet Wolves are very interested in things that are advertised to have been interdimensionally touched. He had a carpet that went missing with a portal, or half a carpet. Essentially, sucked up half his carpet, and he sold the other half half a gold to the Scarlet Wolves.
That's interesting.
That's...
My brother's touched, sure, but not interdimensional.
Who touched him?
No, it's a saying for... He's a little dumb sometimes, but
Ah,
just,
What is his name?
Kaylin.
Oh. Well, I don't want to sound insensitive, but yeah, we are here on, 2 separate tasks already, so...
Oh, of course. Yeah, I just thought I might pick y'all's brains, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but...
It's no trouble, Cassie, and I'm sure that the rest of the group can understand that this matter is as important to you as it is to me.
I mean, maybe they are connected, and that would be good for everyone. Everyone.
I mean, with as many things that we're chasing down, it's always good to keep an open mind, but I do think we still have our own personal priorities.
Oh, certainly. And, I mean, I really just wanted to start by asking questions and,
Sure.
just seeing what people intended to know.
I glance over at Megan.
What did you all know about the Scarlet Wolves?
Well, we killed a whole bunch of them.
No. Well, we killed wolves, yeah.
And they were
on
breathing
fire.
lava. It was kind of scarlety.
So the ones we are talking about now are, like highwaymen, bandits.
yes. Rocky, I think you might be touched.
Oh,
You're
that's
just
very
setting.
sweet of you.
You're just setting these jokes up for her.
I couldn't even finish that one, Baldir. That was very sweet, though. I appreciate it. Yes, it was.
I with Rocky sort of with what Rocky was talking about earlier. Can I roll an insight check on Cassie, and just try to see if she's being totally honest with us?
Sure, yeah. What statement, I guess, or like, what are you trying to?
Just her reasons for asking us questions.
Sure.
Just generally, sort of.
Go ahead and roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a 22.
Cassia, you can tell. You have like a gut feeling about these things. She's very earnest.
Mm-hmm.
And while she is kind of exchanging niceties and saying this and that about like not wanting to take up too much of your time and stuff, you see a determination and a patience that is wearing thin. And this is someone that is very aggressively looking for answers.
Yeah.
And is going to soon start looking elsewhere.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely keep it in mind as we're looking. But I mean, we're already investigating a murder and a potential cult.
Someone's family's missing.
Someone's family owes a bunch of money to these guys. If they have what you're looking for, then we could definitely help there. But
Sure.
What,
I'm sure that
questions-
whatever the issue is that's plaguing Cassie is surely got to have some answers for us, even if it's not the answers we're seeking.
It's possible. Maybe let's hear your
It's
questions. I
probable.
still gotta finish my coffee anyways. Like we're not
Well,
going
yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, we're here, so...
Yeah, I mean,
And
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I get the top off on my coffee.
Sure.
So many side quests. So many.
Well, really, I'm just, I mean, I have no reason to believe, really, that he isn't dead, except for, no one ever found a body, which would be hard to, like, miss, You know, like a whole human body. That'd be hard to go miss in a city.
Didn't you think that Demetrius was dead, though? Did you have his body?
We, well... she's
I
gonna look
think we
Steve
can
again.
attribute that more to the events of Moonfall than anything.
Yeah,
We were
weren't-
at the
We weren't here.
we were at the epicenter pretty much of when it occurred.
Pretty much hit us square in the ass.
Hails above, that's how I came
Can
to find
relate.
Iris. So it ain't no wonder that, you know, we might have disappeared for some time, or any number of strange oddities happening to us is just purely coincidental. I don't think it's so much coincidental as it is still these ripple effects from Moonfall.
Yes, it cannot be a streak of touched luck.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. A grin does touch her face at that. So really, I'm just looking for... I mean, immediately following Moonfall, I saw the best and the worst of people. I know Demetrius did too. And I don't know if there was an uptick in anything, or, you know, any groups that are trafficking people. I don't know what business demons are into. I feel like I read horror stories about human sacrifice. I really have nothing to go on. This is all nuts. But I was gonna start just asking around. Or we'll continue
Well,
asking around.
I mean, you might as well join us. We are doing the same thing.
We're
we-
information gathering currently.
Yeah, we don't know too much about them ourselves, just that they have a brand on their hand in the shape of a wolf, so...
Sure. I mean, I would love to if it's not a burden. I can
It
also
ain't
move
no
pretty efficiently
burden
by
at
myself.
all.
Yeah, I think if you're as capable as Celine or Demetrius, you won't be a burden at all.
I can personally vouch for Cassia's capabilities. She's, you know, ain't no, you know, green cat out the field. She knows her shit. She's going to be an asset.
And I'll say I'm not
sure
exactly.
we can find answers together.
Careful, old man, I'll take your job one day.
Oh, like hell, I can still best you any day.
Yeah.
I thought you were unemployed this whole time.
Well, I guess technically now, oh shit, I think I technically deserted.
Self-employed.
I suppose I did the same, though I'm more interested if they have me as killed in action now.
You know, I'm all about them boss babes and self-managed workflow CEOs. Girl, get it.
Get it.
Demetrius is a ghost.
Well, gang.
You know, that's not very nice. I know he's pale, but not that pale.
Funnily
He's
enough,
not
as a side note,
Oh.
Demetrius
He's
has
not
a
pale at
very
all.
dark
No, I just
complexion.
glanced at his icon right as I said that. I was like, no.
I
no.
was very much like your handsome, hunky, elderly Greek man over here. Like,
Yes.
On that note, I do have a contact to meet up with today, guys. So I'm gonna start heading out for that if that's all right with you.
Of course.
I'll go with you.
No, thank
Yes.
What did we do with
Celine, why don't
distinguished
you
gentlemen?
stay with us? I mean, you know, we could always use...
hells, why don't we all
Halos?
stay together? I don't see why we need to all split
That
up.
sounds great. No, yeah, let's all stay together. Yeah.
What's this contact of yours?
Who's this contact of mine? It's
He doesn't have to give up his secrets. That's okay.
it's my mom. It's my mom.
Oh. Does everybody
Oh.
live here? Are we all homies? Is that what's happening here? Are we all
I'm home. I mean, this is where I came from. This is where I grew up. I went to college here. I did everything here. My mom she's in the guard. So I was gonna stop by and see if she heard anything, and also say hi.
It's never a bad time to visit your family.
I'm in the
Don't forget
area
to take her flowers. You know, you should always bring your mother flowers.
or something.
Or
She's
something.
not really a flowers lady.
I know my mom liked food more than flowers.
She probably would like food. I'm gonna take a breakfast to go.
Sure.
And I'll be okay. I've lived here. I'm good. No need to worry about old Quinn.
You know, it's okay if you're embarrassed to introduce us to your mother. You don't have to hide it.
Quinn's gonna be just fine. I'm not hiding. I mean, I'm just gonna be talking to my mom. You guys don't really need to be. If you guys want to come, then fine. We're gonna go sit in a courthouse, and I'm gonna talk to my mom privately.
Rocky,
word.
you cannot try to seduce his mom, okay?
Well,
But
you know,
come on,
uh,
Bard Milf. Let's. Okay.
She's not.
I think we can all just sit and wait while you talk to
What
your
is
mother.
what is a MILF?
May, what do you have?
Oh God.
well, why don't while Quinn goes and does that, why don't we go to maybe the docks or something and see if we can see any leads about Kaylin or Nikita's family who are in the Marines now.
That ain't
Especially
half a bad
Celine,
idea, man.
we would kind of need your leverage if we were gonna go meet up with some Marines.
Yeah, what I know,
Yes.
also what I know, like biggest hangout spots for the hounds, since I did dealings with them and stuff.
Would you? The only name that they definitively gave you was the Beetle and Bat, or the Bat and Beetle. Sorry. Aside from that, they were pretty short in their conversations with you. Make a history check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
With
Yeah.
disadvantage.
This would be some hard information to, or you know what? Just make one, but the DC is kind of high.
Let me see. Oh, 18.
Ooh.
They're thinking.
Was the DC high enough?
You've heard not much, but really just gossip. You have heard of them hanging out by the docks and the warehouse district. But those are really like rumors and not concrete like sources necessarily.
Yeah, that sounds great. So you guys hit up the docks. I'll head to the courthouse real quick, have a quick convo, and I'll meet you guys at the docks.
Great.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Quinn throws his coat over his shoulders and heads out into the city.
Wonderful.
I don't like that.
Quinn going out by himself.
Don't split the party. Why are you doing this?
He's an independent woman. Let him do his thing.
Roll for initiative. Just kidding.
Boom, boom, boom.
He's a MILF. He's a MILF. He'll be okay.
Sorry, give me 1 second, y'all. Just like 2 seconds.
Well, Quinn is does not seem to be the kind of person that puts up a lot of boundaries, but here is one, so we might as well respect it.
Yeah.
Quinn knows what he's doing. I mean, and he's just going to see his mom. I mean, he's going to a courthouse. So that, I mean, Hell's Above, those are some of the most secure places as far as I'm aware. So.
He's very freakishly strong. I felt it.
Yeah, I guess mom doesn't like me anyway, so whatever.
And also, you have been avoiding the guards since we got here, so the courthouse is probably not good for you.
Yeah, probably.
So maybe the docks.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think first we will see what Quinn's up to,
Sure.
and then transition to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Long
road is
talk.
familiar to you, Quinn. We're not in the tavern no more. Hang on. As you kind of make your way, the ceilings are high, the voices are loud, and the offices are a lot. As you kind of make your way to the courthouse, which is where you know your mom has an office. And as you kind of walk up, there is a person at the front desk who's like, "Hello, how can I help you?"
I'm here to see Lieutenant Riley Rodaxis. It's
Floor
it's her...
2, apartment C.
Roger that. Okay. Yeah. I walk past. It's really just that easy.
Did you need something?
No, don't need anything. Just okay. I just walk past. I head up to her office.
Sure, yeah.
I knock.
All right. With hot breakfast still in hand.
Yeah.
She comes to she just says, "Come in."
I open the door.
Yes,
I got a special report.
Quinora! She gets
hello?
up, comes to you, sweeps you up in this big hug.
Aww.
My boy!
How's it going, Mama?
Welcome, my boy! I missed you! Why did I didn't know you were coming back?
It's kind of spur of the moment thing. We're doing the whole adventure thing. I got you breakfast here. I don't know if you've eaten yet.
Only just now back in the city, and you're already taking care of me again.
You know how I do it, Mom.
I am so happy to see you. You have to tell me everything.
Yeah. We haven't. It hasn't been that long, but we just got back. We're kind of doing we're doing an investigation.
Sure.
There was some foul play afoot over in Lachlan's Rest, and it kind of just led us back here. So we decided to just come on back.
Well, please, here, have a seat.
Okay.
She kind of sits at her desk and pulls out the chair for you. Tell me all about it. What do you need?
Well, actually, I didn't want to make it seem like I'm just coming to you for business. Like, I'm happy to see you, and it's good to see you.
Of course. I'm in the habit of getting straight to business. Really, this job just never stops. You know how it is.
I know how it is. It's been that way forever. But
tell me all of it. Just how you've been, what you're working on.
It's been good. Demetrius, Selena, and I, we met a couple more people. You're probably going to hear about them at some point.
Sure.
And I'm sorry for that in advance.
Is this Celine's doing?
No, it's not
that you keep.
No, it's not Celine's doing. We met these people apropos of, we just kind of met them. We ran into them, and they were cool. Selena, nothing. She's fine. She's fine.
Sure. Yeah, of course. I mean, if you've stuck with them, I'm sure that they're a good influence.
Celine is fine too.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Your friends are my friends.
Okay. All right, Mom.
But you're staying out of trouble, yes? And you're eating enough and you're drinking water?
I'm drinking water. I'm eating enough, yes. I'm practicing a lot
you're not
and
doing
everything.
Anything dangerous? Quinara.
So we are investigating I don't know, a gang is the right word. They're just some guys and they're up to no good.
Who are these guys?
The Scarlet Wolves?
Oh dear.
Yeah, don't
you
worry.
Mixed up with them?
I'm not mixed up with them. I'm going to be taking care of them.
I see.
I'm always on the right side of things, Mom.
Of course. Well, of course, I would never doubt that. Of course. I just worry for your safety.
I know. And I'm trying to make sure I don't worry you too much, but if you meet my friends, then you would know that they are they're capable of protecting me, for sure.
You promise me?
I promise.
I'm gonna get this promise from them too.
Absolutely. You're meeting them? Well, we didn't discuss that.
Well.
All right.
I would love to meet your friends.
We're staying at the Fireside Newt, so if you get off work, pop by and you can meet everyone.
I will certainly try. I want to know everything that you've been doing, and
They're not the kind of people. I didn't think it was a good idea to bring them here.
sure, I can understand that this is a little stuffy.
Official.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot that, well, these Scarlet Wolves,
Scarlet
they've
Wolves.
been a thorn in my side, personally.
You've been dealing with them?
Yeah, well, you know, we've been trying to get a handle on things, but it seems like they've just gone out of control, really. They're an absolute pain. But, the reports just get worse. Weapons smuggling, been investigating some reports of drug smuggling, and there have been rumors of kidnapping, which just, I can't imagine in a time like this.
We actually just heard of somebody, one of my friend's old colleagues, their brother just got taken, and they think there's some kind of connection with these guys.
Really? Who's? And she kind of starts going through her notes.
Kaylin, the person taken was Kaylin,
Kaylin Lascaris?
Yes.
Yes, his mother was in, some time ago, perhaps a month ago.
Okay.
A little more than that, a month and a half. She gave us a statement. It was after that last attack on the city, but
We
have
also
some other information here.
we also kind of have a personal tie. One of my people I'm traveling with, Baldir, his wedding ring was stolen, and it seems like his wedding ring. Somebody mentioned that these guys have a penchant for taking things that are not from here. Ever since Moonfall, they're taking things from other planes and stuff like that. I don't know if that helps you.
The strange appearances that have been going on.
Yeah, with the people who have kind of been in transit, so to speak.
That's very interesting. I would very much like to get this Baldir's statement. She starts like scribbling down some notes on a blank sheet of paper.
Sure, he'll be at the bar tonight.
Anything about that is news to me, and if those items are of interest to them, they're certainly of interest to me and us.
Okay. I do have one more thing, and that's, do you know anything about the Tamiel family?
The Tamiel family. Well, Tamiel.
They're
Yes.
Okay.
I knew a Nora Tamiel
Nora Tamiel.
long ago.
We met a Nikki Tamiel in Lachlan's Rest. They kind of sent us out here to help square off her debt with the Scarlet Wolves.
Interesting.
Well, she tried to get us to pay off the Scarlet Wolves, but the party was kind of more along the lines of they kind of would just take that money and expect more.
More than likely. You
So we
always
plan
have
on
a good
that.
head on your shoulders, Quinn.
We kind of plan to just make them not want the money anymore.
If you can do that, won't be long before you're sitting in this chair, doing this job.
Quinn sort of at that Quinn just sort of like kind of awkwardly yeah maybe.
Well, what do you... So, this Tamiel family, what happened with them?
They got caught in with the Scarlet Wolves, borrowed some money, and it just kind of snowballed. And in return, the Scarlet Wolves kind of forced them to join the military. A lot of them ended up joining the Navy and
I have heard of this.
Marines.
I've heard of them doing this.
Mhm.
We don't know all who... I mean, of course, we don't know everyone that's caught up in it, but in order to siphon information, I have heard reports of them coercing people to join the military at an entry level, and then...
Give information, smuggle weapons out,
Exactly.
stuff like that.
And having their own established men on the inside keep an eye on them. It's really quite insidious, and they're very good at keeping hidden.
Do you know anything about where they operate?
We've been trying to nail that down, but it seems like there's not one specific place. They kind of gather everywhere and nowhere, it seems.
All right, my last little bit of information I got for this is we know what their leader kind of looks like. I kind of gave her the description that Celine gave about the leader of the Scarlet Wolves, the eye patch guy. What was this?
The scarred man.
Scar on his face.
Man. Yeah.
Scarred man. Yeah. We don't have a name or anything, but.
This is helpful to know what he looks like. I've not heard of this person.
So he's obviously pretty good.
If you see this, well, if you see Nora, last I remember, well, when I knew her, the two of us were pregnant together. Myself with you, of course.
I figured.
And her with her youngest child, I believe. Well, I don't know if she's had more children since. But she, last I heard, it was bizarre. She gave birth and then fled the city. So if you come across her, I would just... We didn't know each other well, but I would be interested to know that she's safe and in her right mind.
I can do that. I can definitely do that. I can let you know. I'm sorry to cut this short, Mom, but
No, it's okay. I know how it is.
I've got to go meet my friends down at the docks. But you should come out to the Fireside Newt tonight to meet all of them and hang out, so we can catch up in a non-job way.
Well, you've absolutely made my day. And whatever happens, because I know things are unpredictable, do not, under any circumstances, leave the city without coming and talking to me again. I will try to finish up tonight and find you all.
Okay. We're going to be there all night, so if you do come by, we'll see you there.
Sure.
Right.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. And she gets up and she hugs you again, pulls you in this crushing hug.
Oh, Mom, you're so strong. Stop. Enough.
Only getting stronger with age, sweetie.
You know I got my dad's frail bones.
Don't remind me.
I'm sorry.
Now go and don't forget to eat.
I will eat and drink water.
Yes. And?
Just water. And...
Stay safe.
Stay
Clara.
safe. Yes. And I kiss her on the cheek, and then I head out towards the docks.
Okay. Wonderful. I know that we only have a couple minutes left here, but we'll just get started with everyone else down at the docks. As you all go down, imagine... I couldn't find good art for this, because Moralbach is so unusual. But the sound of the sea quickly overtakes almost any conversation. But, you know, the people themselves are also pretty loud down here, and people are kind of yelling from carts and talking with each other and kind of calling over the sound of the waves. People are rushing boxes onto boats, rushing off of boats, all while the smell is strong. It is of the sea. It is of fish. And it is very red. This is the docks of Moralvach.
I sort of forgot how loud it could be at docks.
A lot of sales going on.
Yeah.
A lot of sailors going on.
As a note as well, you are not there now, but just down the stretch, if you were to walk the dock further, I guess south technically, Celine and Quinn, and Demetrius, you know that you would come to the Red Bank Market.
And on this note, I must go. I apologize for
That's
having to leave a
totally
few
fine.
minutes early.
You're so fine.
I didn't want to interrupt the awesome RP like that. Oh my god, chef's kiss.
You're so good. Thank you for sticking around. It is no problem at all.
Yes, of course. Thank you. This was a great session, and keep having fun as long as you guys.
We'll finish up here pretty soon too for the rest of you. But let me just adjust us all here.
What did you say that Demetrius, Celine, and Quinn would know?
The Red Bay Market.
Red Bay Market. Okay.
The Red Bank Market.
Narket.
Is
Narcs.
Red Bank Narc.
The Red Bank Narcs.
So, where should we start, do you think? Just, any old salt?
Looking around to Celine's spot, anyone that she might recognize or see anyone with brands?
Make a perception check, please.
I'm so perceptive. I'm super perceptive.
Give
You're in that 20. What?
Give Grace a sec. She's reassembling the
Sorry.
the Twitch. This many.
That's this many. It's a 4.
Oh.
Boof.
Woof.
Sorry. Hang on. Sorry.
You're fine.
We're getting there.
Sorry. There we go.
There.
Okay. Immediately, you don't see anyone that you recognize particularly.
Awesome. I love being the one that knows the things, but my rolls are garbage. So, helpful!
I guess, for just simplicity's sake, would Demetrius have an idea of where, like, the more seedy sides of the docks and the Red Bank markets are, and, like, would I have a good idea of where to at least start looking for anything?
Yeah. Both Celine and Demetrius, you would know that, like, kind of the further south that you go along the docks, that's kind of where things start to get a little bit more illegitimate business. It is not always criminal by any means, but that tends to be like a little bit more unscrupulous and a little bit more rough and tumble.
Gotcha.
Also, I will say Celine, you do not see anyone that you recognize, but you do see a person who's kind of like doing some business at a nearby stall. They kind of like hand their money, receive like a paper bag, they turn, they see your group, they see Rocky, and their eyes kind of, and they go back to what they were doing.
I'll go up to them.
All right.
And just be like friendly and cordial and just be like, hi, what do you got today? What's you got? What'd you catch? How's the fishing today?
Sure. You walk up to this person.
Oh.
If the just also
A
as a point,
stranger? Question mark.
if the group follows up behind Celine, May is going to pointedly like lag behind, like stay behind,
Okay.
and go a little bit different direction.
Okay. Is there anything in particular?
She's just gonna look for like, she sees them like sort of wander off, and like in the crowd, she's gonna look for like an older, just like an old salty sailor.
Sure.
And approach them.
I think Demetrius would also want to stay with May just because he's nervous for her.
Sure.
Basically, just kind of like.
Sure.
Unless May's trying to be sneaky about, or like doesn't want.
Yeah, she's just gonna like let you guys walk away and then kind of like melt back a little bit.
Sure.
I think Quinn is just gonna like loudly haggle with somebody about something stupid like the price of bananas.
Sure.
So he's just gonna pretend to be buying bananas and just haggle for a long time.
Beautiful.
I was also slightly wandering like adjacent to May, but there was crowds, and as we were going past people, and I look like one of the sailors now, so nobody knows where I am.
Okay. And I think as we all begin our respective conversations and investigations, that is a great place to end for tonight and pick back up next week.
All
I'm
right.
gonna screenshot that picture of that
Nuts.
man.
It should be in your thing now, in your
I'm just
notebook.
joking. He's just really hot.
Oh,